Demolitions in Rocket League can be controversial sometimes. It seems like every few months there's a new discussion on Twitter or Reddit about whether demos are broken or unfair, and how they should be nerfed or removed from the game. Now, I can agree, Demolitions can be annoying, but they've become a core part of the game and they have produced some of the funniest and most iconic moments.
Stop getting shit on.
Demos have become integral to succeed in the pro scene and the higher ranks of the game. For example, RLCS teams version 1 and Space Station Gaming are some of the best when it comes to utilising demos in their gameplay. V1 uses them to create counter-attack opportunities, while SSG are more aggressive and like to keep their opponents under pressure with demolitions. Some may call this clear proof that they are overpowered, but demolitions can be used and abused much more than just in your regular aggressive playstyles. But before we get into that, let's learn the basics of demolitions. There are 3 key steps that need to be completed before performing a demo. Number 1, you need to be supersonic speed. This is reached by boosting or flipping and is indicated by these trails that come from the back of the wheels. Step 2, drive into and collide with another player. It's as easy as it sounds. And step 3, hope that luck is on your side and that the demolition actually works. Remember when I said people think demos are broken? Well, the game does a calculation that takes information like speed and angles and uses that information to decide whether the collision counts as a demo or not. By the way, the code works perfectly fine, but because of lag and latency, some weird interactions can occur. If you want a true in-depth guide on how this works, you should check out Rocket Sledge's video. I'll leave a link in the description. The video is kind of old now, but it covers pretty much everything you need to know. But to keep it simple, getting a clean hit on another player works 99% of the time. These 3 steps of being supersonic, hitting another player, and the internal calculations of the game is how demolitions are performed. So, you now know how to demo your opponent. What's next? When you blow up the other player, there is a 3-second countdown to when they respawn on the field, and there are 4 key respawn locations to know about. 2 on the left side and 2 on the right side between the goal and the corner big boost pads. Which side they spawn on is mostly down to random chance, each side being 50%. It's a complete coin flip in theory. However, if a spawn location is blocked by anything, like the ball or someone's car, the player would not respawn here. For example, if a car was blocking one of the respawns on the left side, the player would have a higher chance to spawn on the right side, since there's 2 spawn locations on the right, 1 on the left, so 66% and 33%. Personally, I don't know the whole concept of how spawns work, but in theory this is how it should work. But what is certain is that the respawns cannot be decided by the player and are completely random for the most part. So, why am I talking about demos and respawns in so much detail? Well, they're important when performing one of the filthiest, most toxic strategies in Rocket League. If you're smart, you've already pieced together what I'm about to explain. Combining the use of demolitions and using the knowledge of how respawns work, you can effectively spawn trap your opponent with constant demolitions. If you found them to be annoying or overpowered, I'm sorry to bring the bad news, because they just got even more stupid. This is the art of the demo chain. Demo chains are incredibly fun to pull off, especially when you get the perfect timing so that the opponent has no time to react, instantly blowing them up. But apart from being entertaining and being a nuisance to your opponents, are demo chains really that useful? It's complicated. If your goal is to annoy the other team, this is the perfect method. But in a competitive environment, this really isn't that helpful at all. By doing this cheeky tactic, you can eliminate a player from the field for 5 or 10 seconds, which is a lot of time when Rocket League games only last 5 minutes. However, by chasing these demos, you push yourself out of the play and leave your team at a potential disadvantage. There will be some rare moments where this can be useful and leave the net wide open for your teammates to score, though most of the time it's not worth the risk. Also, predicting when and where an opponent will respawn can be pretty difficult. They could respawn earlier than expected, giving them time to jump or dodge away. Sometimes you drive straight past before they even respawn, and sometimes they will respawn on the complete opposite side. Overall, it's not very reliable, but they are very fun to pull off and can be rewarding at times. In conclusion, demo chains aren't necessarily an important skill that you desperately need to learn, but it's something that you should always keep in the back of your mind for when the perfect time comes, or if you just really want to annoy the toxic player on the other team. Just like most mechanics and skills in the game, they are incredibly situational and have many pros and cons, but only one thing is for certain: Psyonix needs to fix demos.